All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Attack.
Check nickel. Blue dot working.
On first down, Benjamin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's Hill, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now they try the right side here. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Round 80.
42. Stop your body.
Half 85. 56.
From midfield, here's Allen. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yellow, yellow.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And I think the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
56, 56.
42 to Mike, boy, 42. 42 to Mike. Let's get the ball. Mike 42. Mike 42, check, check. Mike 42.
That's 10.
Check 25.
Regular.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tyron Matthew on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, we got 4 down. Here we go. Watch 7. Hey, check. Here we go, D.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 48-yard line.
Round 80!
Check back left. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here? Let's go. Check 13. Check 13.
Half 85, half 85.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
319!
Check back left. Watch the curve.
Middle.
Kill.
Hey, exit.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
52.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, hold.
Motion.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This one complete to Smallwood. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st down.
Round 80!
Check out.
Middle. Half. Hey, echo. Gun.
Switch it.
On 1st down, Allen. That one complete to Bettis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, this one complete to Smallwood. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Hey, I-7.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You. Chopper. Watch twist.
This is Homer. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
X3, 218, chopper.
SOS. Kill.
Again, they'll run with Bettis.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Mike, you don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. You don't want it. So Mike,
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Mike's 42.
Hey, wahoo!
42's Mike, 42's Mike. Let's go, D.
Middle.
D, tighten up. 42's the Mike, boys, 42. 42's the Mike.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A run right side, it's Bettis. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Alert! Hey, team 6.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The 20. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
6-6, pull it high.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
Hey, foxtrot.
42.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Yellow. Angelani.
Mike 18. Strip the ball.
Hey, 43.
Watch 18. 18's the Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And taken at the 46. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now they try the right side here. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Hey, Charlie. Back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Go.
On play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
42's the mic. Ready? Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Regular.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
General West.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 42. They can't hang with us. Mike 42.
gun. It's Allen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Let's go.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the foot. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Check, check, check.
Tight. Slow, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Let's bring it.
This is Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 4. He's checking. Crash.
Stop.
42. I'm trying to collect. Check 31.
Let's go.
Now we give running left. It's Bettis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
General, West. 9, Mike, 9. Bang out. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Check nickel.
Hey, rip list.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. This is Bettis on the draw. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Allen to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for our visitors, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.